My name is Amber, and I am here representing the Roscommon and Ogemaw County Handle with Care subcommittees to provide school staff and faculty with an update or review on our Handle with Care system in our counties. This is going to be a really simple, informative video. I really want to just touch base on three topics. I want to cover what is a Handle with Care for those individuals who might be new to school staff and administration. I'd like to cover what to do if you receive a Handle with Care notice on a child. And I'd also like to cover just what to do if you hear about a child who has a Handle with Care referral out there. So what is Handle with Care? Handle with Care is a system that has come about. It's a nationwide program, and our counties and state have implemented this program in our communities. Essentially, it is a partnership between law enforcement and the schools to ensure that our students are ready to come to school every day, to be supported and be successful in school. What happens in a Handle with Care situation is if law enforcement is called out to a scene and they arrive and they become aware that a child is present at the scene. Maybe it's a fire, maybe it's a death in the home, maybe it's an overdose, it could be any number of things. That law enforcement will then alert the school via either a paper referral form being faxed over or emailed over, or a phone call to the school, depending on what your county's protocol is. Law enforcement will alert that school to let them know that there is a Handle with Care on that particular child. So for example, in Roscommon County, a law enforcement officer shows up at a home, little Johnny is there. Law enforcement will find out which school little Johnny attends and will send an email over to Charlton Heston alerting them that there's a Handle with Care on little Johnny. So what does it mean when the school then receives that Handle with Care? There are designated individuals for each school district who will receive these emails and or phone calls, hopefully. That has all been set up. If you have questions about who that contact is for your school, please feel free to reach out to me or your administration. They should be in the loop on who is receiving those emails or phone calls. Once they receive that email or phone call alerting for a Handle with Care on that child, they will touch base with all of the teachers, hopefully coaches and staff who may or may not have contact with that child throughout the day and in the following weeks. So what do you do when you hear that a child has had a Handle with Care referral? So let's say your principal comes to you, and you're the teacher, you're the support staff, and they say little Johnny has a Handle with Care today. What do you do with that? So what we advise folks to do is just pay attention to that child, and maybe you might not see any changes in behavior or anything that day. It might be 2 weeks later. But really, we're just paying attention to these kiddos to see if there are any behaviors that are out of the norm for that child. Maybe they're more aggressive. Maybe they're falling asleep. Maybe they're really withdrawn. So just kind of knowing that child and noticing if there's anything that is kind of out of the ordinary. And what do you do with that? What if you do see something that's out of the ordinary? So follow your school's typical protocols for what you would do for a child who needs support. So maybe you have school-based health centers that they can be referred to. Maybe you have social workers in your school that they can be referred to. Whatever that process is for your school, then go ahead and initiate that process for that child. Many times children can get a Handle with Care called into the school from law enforcement, and the kids don't have any shift in behavior or anything that really needs to be addressed. They don't necessarily need to be plugged into those services, and that's fine too. We're just asking for those kiddos who do outwardly show some behavior shifts or changes, that we recognize those and get them plugged into the places where they can have somebody to talk about the things that have gone on in their homes. So we really appreciate your partnership in this, and at the school level, we feel like it is really helping our students be supported, be able to complete their schoolwork, and finish their day and finish their school year at a more successful level. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to email me. My email is amber.mckenzie, MACKENZIE, @nmcac4kids.org. Thank you.